Welcome to the Beauty and Violence Podcast. Last night we had Sandhagen versus Dillashaw.
All right, so I'll start by saying this, right?
Ooh, that breath felt so good. Woo! You want to start, Rose? You want to start? You sure? Go ahead.
I'm gonna say something brief, and then the floor is
Go
yours.
ahead.
So when you talk an insane amount of shit, you got to be willing to get, the consequences when shit doesn't go your way. So that being said, the floor is yours, John.
All right. I'm gonna say two things prior. One, before we go, we talk about the man, the myth, the legend, right? Let's give a shout out to Corey's striking. It is unreal.
Superb.
No matter how much shit that
Superb.
I've talked with both of y'all already know I love Sandman. That's my nigga. I love him. Sorry, that's my man. But TJ, that's damn near family at this point. I love that dude. And so I want to give a shout out to that. Yes, you did talk a lot of shit about my man, and I knew this was gonna be the exact type of fight. I gave a fourth round TKO because I really thought TJ would have been able to push the envelope and finish it. But I think that cut that's gonna bother him for the rest of his career. He's gonna be another Nate Diaz now with that shit. I think that really ruined him. Like it ruined the potential of a finish. And that was unfortunate. Yeah, I'm in the middle of the suburbs here. Sorry. So
hold on. Wait, hold on, John. You can finish real quick. Kanye West style, real quick. Do you believe that he won that fight? As far as how being judged.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. So
okay,
let's get to that now.
Sorry, all right.
So I pulled over. Let's say, all right. So you told me when I watched the fight, because I wasn't able to see it live, that we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna see it and this and that. I'm gonna give a very unpopular opinion here, and this is coming from a complete unbiased place. I watched this entirely there.
Yeah.
I gave TJ 4 rounds to 1.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
And I solely did that because I think overall, in a mixed martial arts aspect, TJ won most of those rounds except round 2. Obviously, Corey just destroyed him in round 2. But I think TJ did enough to win all the other rounds.
Wow.
I literally just saw it right now. It's fresh in my mind. I just watched the fight. I had a very busy night. I couldn't watch it last night. But so I think the cut and that potential knee pop that he said happened in the first round, I think that caused it to not be able to get finished. But I knew TJ was going to cut. TJ is a champion. He does this. Corey will be a champion. I believe that. I truly believe that. And Rose, this is a message for you. Remember, this is just foreshadowing the John Jones Francis Ngannou fight. I need you to remember that. I want you to remember this feeling, and I want you to remember all this shit you talked for this fight, and keep that same energy with John Jones Francis Ngannou. Keep it. But go ahead.
All right. Now, Jim, you go.
All right. So the card, right? There are like 4 fights on the card that were really judged terribly. I feel like the Cali Phillips fight, I feel like he was robbed for sure.
Wait, he didn't win that fight? Cali Phillips?
No.
Wow. I didn't stick around for the Yeah. I saw the fight, but I didn't stick around for the decision.
Yeah. And also Maverick also got robbed versus Missy Barber. And there was another robbery in the card too. But I had Sandhagen, I believe, winning rounds 2, 4, and 5. Round 5 being really close. And I also believe Sandhagen dealt more damage throughout the fight. However, I can't say that these guys' stock went down. Both of these guys' stock went up for sure. But after that performance, Dillashaw showed that he still has that warrior's mentality, that champion heart, that grit, and Sandhagen showed that he's a freaking warrior with he's just insane.
Savage.
I felt like, okay, man, when the fight first started, I'm like, man, Sandhagen is about to get Dillashaw out of there. The way he was doing those strikes and that kick he did to that triangle, beautiful, beautiful.
The flying knee into a triangle.
Yes, yes, beautiful. Overall, both guys did their numbers, so I can't even hate on Dillashaw. The fans won, honestly. Um, Great fight, great fight. The judging questionable, but I won't say it's a robbery because it was back and forth. So I can't say it was robbed because it was that close. It was that competitive, and Dillashaw was handling the leg kicks back to back to back to back. Beautiful, beautiful, and man, that was a great fight, man. I can't even and like, am I exaggerating when I say it's probably one of the best fights of the year, like the most technical fights of the year? Am I exaggerating? Because in my opinion, that fight was one of the best that I've seen this year.
You mean in 2021? Man, son, isn't Max Holloway in 2021? But you're talking about like a back and forth. You're talking like a back and forth fight.
Right, like a back and
Okay.
forth competitive chess match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Technical, yeah.
Like, both of these guys are super technical.
That's two of the
themselves.
best. Two of
So-
the best in the world, right there, literally.
Great to see that fight. If they fight 4 more times, I feel like each time it might be like it's hard to really, that it's that neck and neck. So I will say this though, overall, the bantamweight division has to be the most stacked now. You have guys who aren't even ranked, who are animals. This division is scary, and I'm glad that Dillashaw is back because it makes the division even more exciting now. And Dillashaw won me some money as well. So Dillashaw, thank you. I lost like 10 parlays, and I had 2 parlays left. 2 parlays left. 2 weird ass parlays left, and they happened to win. The Darren Elkins, Dillashaw, and the Indian guy. So, but anyway, great fight, great performance. Both guys stock went up. I'm excited to see where the division goes.
I'm kind of in between. So I had it like 3-2 Dillashaw. So
Okay.
I thought Sandhagen won the second round and what was it? The fourth round. Second round, the fourth round. Yeah.
Yeah, the fourth round could have went either way. I agree with that.
Second round and fourth round. But Dillashaw, man, like I don't even know how Sandhagen was still standing from all those like crazy leg kicks Dillashaw was hammering on him. Now you said something about how, what do you call it? Dillashaw is not going to be. I mean, Dillashaw. You said how if he didn't have that cut and if he didn't pop his leg, then he might have gotten the finish. But then you can't really say that because Corey Sandhagen caused that damage. You know what I'm saying? He went for that leg lock that caused the knee to pop, and then he punched a hole in Dillashaw's face. You understand what I'm saying?
I could slightly rebuttal both of those if you want. Because remember, in jiu-jitsu, the blame can go either way on why something would pop. Mm-hmm. So TJ said that, when he got him in the leg lock, TJ said that he said, basically, fuck it, I'm going to just go for it, let him hold on to it. When he went to pull off, he said that's what popped it. So that can go either way, the blame. And the cut was everybody knew that cut was going to open up. All it needed was a solid shot, and you're fighting Sandhagen. I mean, it's going to happen, Right. And anybody with a hard punch or an elbow, that cut was guaranteed opening up. So I'm not saying that it wasn't Corey who did it. What I'm saying is that if that wasn't blurring his vision and if that knee was still rocking, I think TJ would have finished it 100%. Okay.
That's wild. I mean, maybe, yeah.
So as far as the fight itself, I thought Dillashaw definitely showed the warrior mentality. I think Dillashaw, he showed that there's kind of like levels, like there's a championship level, and then there's, the level where Sandhagen is at the moment. Kind of like Poirier. This kind of was reminding me a little bit of Poirier and Dan Hooker. The levels in terms of levels. But I'm gonna say there's certain times where I think Sandhagen didn't really show like great IQ also. Like I thought he showed like great striking for the majority of the fight, but like he had like at least 4 moments where he threw like a random like spinning heel hook, heel kick or whatever. And those are the reasons why he got his back taken. I feel like if he would have kept TJ in front of him the whole fight, that would have given him a way better chance to win that fight. And that fight would have been a lot closer. Like literally every single time he threw like a spinning like kick, like he got like his back taken, and then TJ wore out his legs with knees, took him down, went for a submission attempt or whatever. And then another thing I was thinking, man, like as good as Sandhagen striking looks, I was imagining someone like O'Malley standing in front of Dillashaw in those situations and how much different pictures he could paint. Because you know, Sean O'Malley has like, I think he has even more tools. Now, Dillashaw, one thing about him is that he paints a lot of pictures moving forward. So that could, you know, that could be a factor in how you respond to Dillashaw. So I guess we'll have to see.
Right.
Yeah, and Dillashaw. Go ahead.
One thing, so a lot of people who watch the fight, a lot of fighters believe that it was pretty close because a lot of them have Sandhagen winning, three rounds to two.
Habib had it 2-2 going into the fifth round.
Right. And so also too, we gotta remember this too. Sandhagen caused more damage. Sandhagen dropped Dillashaw multiple times in this fight. So we can't forget about that. So that I feel like Sandhagen. So initially, the same critique you had about the spinning attacks and all this stuff. I'm like, maybe he should have like toned down on that. But at the same time, it's worked in previous fights. So that's part of his strategy. That's part of his chaos he creates to create an opportunity. So if something works 7 times but doesn't work 8 times, then you stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's hard to say that, but in hindsight, of course, But I think that it was closer than I personally feel like Dillashaw won the fight. I mean, Sandhagen won the fight, and I feel like Sandhagen actually stands a better chance to beat
Jan.
What's his name? To beat Jan, then yeah, for sure.
It's so funny how like he just disregarded Aljamain as a champion. like he's just assuming that Jan is a champion. Like,
yo, listen, let's be clear. Dillashaw and Sandhagen are gonna beat Jan. I mean Sandhagen, not
Jan.
No.
Aljamain.
Aljamain Sterling. So Aljamain is not even in discussion. In my opinion, Rob Font should fight Corey Sandhagen next, maybe. I don't know. Rob Font should get a title shot next, possibly. I don't know.
I like the Font Sandhagen fight. I like that. I'd hope that, because you said he dropped him twice. I would say he dropped him once and dazed him again. But I don't think he dropped him twice. That can be debated. But how you bounce back from that drop down needs to be part of the judging also. Dillashaw was constantly the aggressor. He was octagon control, pressure, the constant takedown attempts, controlling the body. When he was on top, he was doing work. These things all have to be taken into account. Sandhagen got a couple of decent, really good significant strikes, but Dillashaw did the most in that fight. At the very least, you're giving Dillashaw a 3-2. I mean, I gave him a 4-1, but I literally just got it fresh in my mind. I don't know. So for me, besides round 2, he did enough to win all those rounds, in my opinion. I can understand why people say 3-2, but I don't see on any scorecard how Sandhagen got that 3-2. I just don't see it.
Another thing I wanted to mention is I feel like Sandhagen is more of a volume puncher. Like, I don't feel like he's much of a power puncher. I think Dillashaw has more power than him, and I think Sean O'Malley has more power than both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Sean O'Malley, he gets like these one-off KOs, and he does that like multiple times. So man, that would have been, this division is interesting, man. I mean,
now think about that. If he's a volume striker and you're not the aggressor, that's a bad mix.
Right.
If you're a volume striker, you have to be the one working constantly to get those shots in. Because you're right, he doesn't throw power punches all the time.
Right.
He's like to touch you up and get you really annoyed and shit.
That's
like
true.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, a guy like a Sean O'Malley he's so precise and has like enough power where even when he's moving backwards, like he can knock you down. You know what I'm saying? Like when Moutinho was coming at him in the at the what you call it in the corner of the cage, and then he just threw that that right
Yeah,
hand
yeah.
going backward. That shit was insane.
Oh
So I mean,
yeah. And
honestly, I mean,
Dillashaw, real quick, Dillashaw's ability to recover from being hurt is amazing. Like Dillashaw's ability to get hurt and then somehow recover and still be back sharp in the fight is incredible.
That's a
it
fact.
it almost makes you think like that fight with him and Henry Cejudo. Would he have recovered like when he got knocked down by Henry Cejudo and was getting hit?
Yeah.
Like, could he have recovered like in that fight, and how would that fight like continue? Because his heart, I mean, I'm convinced that him and Henry Cejudo both have the same level mindset. Dillashaw and what do you call it? Henry Cejudo.
All right.
This scorecard, you would think these guys watch 2-3 different fights. Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, Sandhagen won on one judge's card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Derek Cleary. Sal Diamato would be the closest to mine. Like I said, round 4 could potentially be a toss-up. I think TJ did enough to win it, but I think Sal Diamato got it mostly correct.
Very interesting.
This bantamweight division is on fire, man. My favorite bantamweight fight for sure was my favorite bantamweight performance was by Giannis.
Yo.
That combination was as good of a combination I've seen like in 20. All right, the only person I can mention, the only two people I can mention in the same category in terms of like a dope ass combination. What do you call it? Max Holloway on Kelvin Kattar, and Sean O'Malley on Moutinho. Like, but that was so, but that almost one ups those because he had to finish with that, and it was like perfect. Like he switched the pattern. One was to the body, and one of the combos was to the head. If you look at that, if you really look at that whole combination, it has like three separate sections. He starts off with a combo to the head. Then he just feels it. Then he gets to the body, and then gets to the uppercut, and then he just melts him on the ground. That was insane, man.
Rose, Max Holloway was talking to people outside of the octagon while beating this dude's ass. This is not even in the same conversation.
No. You don't understand what I'm talking about. Max Holloway's overall performance is insane. It's the best performance I've seen in 2021. I'm talking about just a straight up combo sequence and everything and what just came out of it. Like that was insane. Like I haven't seen. It's kind of like, you know how like McGregor had that like epic finish against Eddie Alvarez. I'm talking about like
it's funny. I was just about to compare it to that.
Sequence, huh?
I was just about to compare it to that.
Yeah.
the precision.
Yeah, exactly. And it was so technically sound. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like a video game. Like his hands were in position like the whole time. You know, it was just perfect form. It just looked insane, man.
I like his mentality too. I like the post-fight interview, and I like how he's saying, like, you know, he outclassed me in the first round with that jab, and he's like, "Gotta take back some draw." But I love the way he thinks. You know, he's hard on himself, but in a good way, and we know he's got the heart because, you know, to come back from a round like that and just be that precise, like if nothing happened prior to that, this dude is a problem, bro. Problem.
And also too, like it's rare that we see two hot prospects like this on the come up fight this early because Randy Costa is an animal. He's an animal. So the matchmaking for this fight was great. Randy Costa was fucking him up. That like,
he was.
Dude, did you see that? It was like a hurricane.
Man, he was hitting him with every. He threw every strike that you're allowed to throw standing up. Every strike you're allowed to throw standing up, he threw. Like I was just like, yo, what? Like I'm thinking because I didn't know much about that guy. I'm thinking Giannis was gonna like just melt him like in the first round, and I just see this dude just throw everything at Giannis, And then I'm like, damn, like is Giannis as good as I thought he was? Like that's how good that dude was in the first round.
He's
You
really
understand what
good.
I'm saying?
It was the animal. Yeah, but honestly, Giannis, what I love most is the composure. The composure. He never panicked. He never seemed afraid. He kind of just readjusted himself and changed the game plan. That's a championship composure right there and mentality. So, listen, imagine how scary it is to get beaten that bad. You're still calm. You're still like, okay, cool. You know, take a breather. I'm still here. And you finish the guy the next round.
With a spectacular,
Yeah.
like a spectacular fight ending sequence.
Yeah.
Type
Man,
of
he's like
combo
a
all of us want to throw. All of us want to be able to
Yeah.
throw.
my
It's just
God,
beautiful.
son. It just looked perfect. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that was probably one of the best, if not the best, like fight ending. Oh no, I'm bugging. The best fight ending sequence I've seen all year is what's this guy's name? Prohaska against Dominic Reyes. That was like the most amazing fight ending sequence I've seen in 2021. Like nobody saw that coming. Now in terms of like something like picture perfect, I would have to say like Giannis, like something that you could just introduce to someone who's new to MMA. Like this is something that's picture perfect.
It's not bad. Jim, you had mentioned earlier, you said that Phillips got robbed.
Listen,
By
Phillips,
saying that, do you
Yeah.
mean that he won?
for sure he won. I feel like Phillips, he clearly won round 1 and 2. Listen,
Clearly, round two?
Nah, not two.
listen.
Not two.
Okay. So maybe that fight.
Go ahead, Jam. No, let Jam talk. I need to hear this.
Maybe that fight. I watched it again, but watching that fight, I didn't really see any way where Phillips would have lost that. Even if it was a split decision, lost. Like I don't see how he lost that fight. Like I don't see it. The other guy's really good too. The other guy had great moments. The other guy made a comeback. Phillips was kind of gassing out, but by that point, I feel like Phillips was already 2 ahead.
No, it's a
Yeah.
close fight. But the reason why I thought Kyler Phillips edged it only because I felt like the first round was like a 10-8 round.
I agree. Like what the hell has to be a 10-8? Somebody has to die in there.
You know what's funny is that
Yeah.
I think the 10-8 first round is the only reason why he didn't lose. I think it was a draw, in my opinion. I think round 2 and 3 easily went to the Brazilian cat. I think he did his thing. I think he did more than enough to solidify those rounds. And I think Kyler Phillips 10-8'd the shit out of him in that first round. So I think that is a 28-28 all around, in my opinion.
Personally, I think the third round was a toss up.
Yeah.
The third round was a toss up. I'd say the Brazilian guy won the second round, and Kyler Phillips 10-8. So I mean, I don't know.
And Jem thinks Kyler won the second round. So look how he's divided.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. It wasn't judged. It wasn't scored as a 10-8 round. It wasn't. It wasn't scored as a 10-8 round. How was that not scored as a 10-8 round?
Yeah,
that confuses me. And also too, the other guy landed some great shots and had good control on the ground. But I feel like it was still competitive to where the comeback couldn't have been made like that. Like, come on now, like really.
But one judge had it a draw. So they didn't give him a 10-8?
Nah, nope.
How did they score it then?
I'm gonna check now for it.
Because one judge had it 28-28. I think that's what they said.
Oh, and also Macy Barber. No offense. How the hell did she win that fight? Did I watch that fight?
that one was a weird one. I thought the other girl won what's her name again?
Miranda Maverick.
Yeah.
Miranda Maverick. I think she won the first and the second round. I thought Macy Barber
100%.
I thought Macy Barber won the third round.
Macy Barber came out strong in that third. She did.
Yeah.
But
she could have done so much more in the third round if she would have just kept the fight close. like in the more of the mid range, and in
Yeah.
the clinch, she would have done. Honestly, she would have done better the second, and she could have probably won even the second round if she would have stayed more in the clinch. Like
Yeah.
I think she made a mistake, huh?
Two judges gave Macy Barber the second round. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah, that's wild.
Saudi Amato's been doing this too long, man. He needs some on vacation or something. Put the scorecard for Phillips.
Yeah.
If you could find it.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it now.
I want to see I know one of the judges I think gave him a 28-28. So that one had to have given 10-8.
Phillips.
Yo, the damage is different, son.
The damage.
He's taking so much damage. He is damaged.
That's a fact. That's a both of them are super veterans.
Yeah, he came through as well too. You know, I thought that my last two parlays were gonna disappear. I'm like, there's no way that these two people are gonna come through. Dillashaw and
And Minor and what's his name?
And
Elkins.
yeah.
Jem, just do a general search. Philip Vieira scorecard. See who comes up.
Man, that's so unlikely.
What's the guy's name again? The guy for it?
Yeah, Vieira, I believe. Just put Phillips Vieira scorecard. Should pop up.
Okay. Okay, here it is.
So two judges gave the second and third round to Raulin. How that you say
I
that?
definitely thought he won the second round, but the third round is the one that to me that's more up for question. I feel like Kyler Phillips was like fading, but he was mixing it up more. Like he was doing more, to win in different ways. Like he took him down.
See, Saudi. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, Rose. Saudi Amato gave the first round 10-8.
Okay, he did give it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
I knew it when it was
the only one.
Somebody gave it a 10. Yeah. When I saw 28-28, I knew somebody gave it a 10-8. Yeah, see, Saudi Amato sometimes be on point. The other times, I think he's drunk. I don't know.
Man.
And the judging, man. Yeah, they say defund the police, defund the judging, man. Get some new guys in there. I'm sick of this shit.
So speaking of which, like defunding the police, like people been talking like wild shit to the cops at like Washington Square Park. Like this dude, like I'm like, yo, why would you guys just keep testing the cops? Like, what do you call it? This dude was like on a moped, and he was walking. He was not a moped, like a moped type of thing, like a motor, like those motor scooters, but it's like the ones you could sit on.
Yeah.
Like the one that Prince rode in Purple Rain. Anyway, this dude was like riding through the park, and then he's like, looking at the cop. He's like, yo, remember when I could get arrested for this? Like in the cop's face. I'm like, come on, son. Like
he said, remember when I could get arrested for this?
Yeah. Because he was riding through the park, and you're not even supposed to ride fucking skateboards.
Yeah.
Like in there. So like, I understand that they're in a more vulnerable position or whatever, but why would you test them? You know what I'm saying? They're literally like the biggest gang like in the world.
That's a whole fact.
Yeah,
Especially that.
But you're gonna test them though?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
But side note, Julio Arce versus Andrew Yo. Great performance as well.
I unfortunately did not catch that fight, so I can't speak on it. I'm gonna watch the prelims after this is done.
All right. So do y'all want spoilers? Or no?
I'm with
spoilers.
It. Go for it.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Mickey Gall. Mickey Gall looks like a brand new fighter. Mickey Gall has Matt Brown in his corner. Brand new fighter drops the guy with hands, finishes the guy with a submission in the first round.
Right?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, the dude must have been like in the laboratory just training his ass off the whole time he was out.
I remember when he first was coming on the scene, everybody was talking about this cat like he was the second coming, like he was about to be the next big thing, So he definitely got something.
Yeah.
Maybe he finally found the right mix to the juice. You never know.
Yeah, because if you look at I never thought his striking was that bad. Like because if you look at his fight with Mike Perry, like
Yeah,
he was lighting Mike Perry up.
that's true.
Mike Perry had to
That's,
take him
that's
down and
true.
like control him. And then I think his second fight was against Sage Northcutt, and he knocked Sage Northcutt down and then submitted him, I think. But I never thought his striking was bad. I always questioned his heart. You know what I mean? Like he was just like
Yeah.
he would just like break. Like
Yeah.
if a broken Diego Sanchez under the tutelage of Fabio could break him, you know what I mean? Like I questioned his heart.
All right, so the Brendan Allen fight versus Soriano. That one I won't tell you guys spoilers for that. Ian Heinisch fight either. I won't give you spoilers for that one. Eubanks just crushes that girl, crushes her, just demolishes her in the first round.
Damn, look at Jen's face. I can only imagine what that fight was.
Yeah.
Nah, because man, Eubanks is one of those fighters who I thought had like crazy potential. Like when she was in the Ultimate Fighter,
Show, yeah.
I was like, yo, she's gonna be. I wanted her to fight Nico Montano, the first flyweight champion, like bad, like that first fight, because I thought she was gonna win that fight. But you know, she didn't cut the weight or whatever. So
Yeah. And also, Handy Goldie gets her first loss from the striker on Diana Belbita. Great performance as well. This girl was just destroying Handy Goldie's stiff ass with like leg kicks, head kicks, body kicks, combinations all over the place.
I gotta see that fight.
I low key would rather just hear about the fights from Jem than watch it because he's such a savage.
But the rest of them, you guys got to see the Julia Arso versus, your MMA is at a great place now, man. It's beautiful seeing these new fighters. It's great seeing where people stand. There's prospects. I mean, there's like prospects who come into the UFC who look like promising, and then next fight they come across a new prospect and get destroyed. This is where we are now in the UFC.
Nah, because think about this, right? Like a Jeremy Stevens. Like I see Jeremy Stevens, I'm always gonna feel like Jeremy Stevens is dangerous to anyone he fights, even with all his losses lately.
Yeah.
But like it seems like he's not even gonna. It seems like he may not even be able to get over like a certain hump because like to even get to the top, the prospects you got to fight now. Like he's gonna have to fight prospects now.
Yeah.
These prospects are insane. I don't
yeah.
know how he's gonna even get past prospects to fight people who are like noteworthy in this time right now.
Yeah.
Because what is he, a featherweight?
Featherweight, yeah.
Yo, Chikadze is not even. Chikadze's like number 15, right?
Yeah, probably around there. Yeah.
Chikadze is like 15. You got a guy like Barboza in the featherweight division right now. Like, man.
Number 10, actually. He's number 10, actually.
He's number 10?
Yeah.
Can you name the people like 15 to 14?
Ilya Topuria, 11-0, undefeated.
Oh my God. I think Topuria will wash Jeremy Stevens, to be honest.
Yeah.
Who else?
Alex Caceres. I don't know why he's right.
I don't know how he got up there.
And they actually have them both at number 15. I think that's a typo. He's supposed to be number 150. I don't know what he's doing. Shane Burgos is 14.
Yeah, I think
13-3.
Who?
He was
who's after Shane?
No, I was saying he's 13-3.
Okay.
Movzar Evloev, 15-0.
I don't know what that is.
Sadiq Yusuf, 11-2. Bryce Mitchell, 14-1. Giga Jakadze, 13-2. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so the only guys
Dan Ige, Josh Emmett, Arnold Allen, Calvin Cater. Good Lord.
That's what I'm saying. He could probably be like two of those guys, like in the top 15, like Alex Caceres and Bryce Mitchell, maybe.
That's
maybe
a typo. That's a typo.
Okay. All right. So probably like a Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah.
That's the only one. That's the only one I'll possibly give him. But even Bryce Mitchell is extremely dangerous. Like if Bryce Mitchell can get Jeremy Stevens down very easily. and
Hey,
Jeremy Stevens
yeah.
doesn't really have an answer on the ground.
Yeah, and hey, at this point, I actually see Oscar Sarah beating Jeremy Stevens in a boring decision. You
I
know,
wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't
listen,
go that far.
listen. Oscar Sarah, believe it or not, he has the ability. It's just the performances don't always add up. Really think about who he's fought. And think about who he's been in with. You know what I mean?
Jam.
Sometimes he's like, he's not hittable. Sometimes, listen, don't get me wrong. Oscar Harris pisses me off more than anybody else in the UFC.
The Heathen will body his shit.
Listen,
Case closed.
the way the Heathen has been looking lately, I want to say yes, but I don't know.
Sean Shelby, make the fight. I want the fight now.
You know what? That fight
Jeremy
actually
the
makes
Heathen Stevens versus Alex Caceres. Let's do it.
it actually makes sense.
I like it.
Yeah, it does make sense.
I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
Sadly, it makes sense. You know what I mean?
I mean, if the UFC keeps, listen, man, the UFC is so weird. Like, how the hell did they keep Bruce Leroy for so long? But certain fighters they got rid of very quickly after maybe 2 losses or 3 losses. Like, what's going on?
Maybe he owns too many stocks in UFC or something.
Yeah, that is kind of weird because how does Yoel Romero and you
Well,
telling me
Yoel
that
Romero's in his 40s. That's an easy one to talk about.
no, but man, I mean, Yoel Romero is really actually dangerous to anyone at all times. Like
agree.
even now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But to have that string of losses at 40-something years old, it don't matter. He has so many prospects, as we've been talking about. He don't care about that.
No,
He don't need
but
some 43-year-old man with 3 straight losses. He don't need that.
nah, but listen though, Bruce Leroy has been losing.
Here we go. Here we go, Jim. The bullshit. Look at who he's for.
he is on a 4-fight winning streak. Now, yes, a few of the people were like bums and tomato cans, but look, listen. So who has he fought? Listen, he beat Sergio Pettis. He beat Sergio
Wait, he beat
Pettis.
Sergio Pettis?
Yeah, he did.
When the hell did Sergio Pettis fight in the featherweight division?
2014.
Where the hell did they meet? In bantamweight?
I don't know, man.
Wait, come on. What weight class was that fight?
They fought at a gas station. They were arguing over the price.
Yeah, I'm not sure
man.
what. Yeah.
I don't know what's more confusing: the fact that he actually beat Sergio Pettis, or like what weight class they possibly fought in. Like I can't, because I don't ever remember Bruce Leroy fighting in the bantamweight division or the flyweight division, and I don't remember Sergio Pettis ever fighting in the bantamweight division or the featherweight division.
And he also beat Austin Springer, who beat Giga by submission.
That's that MMA.
Jem,
Yeah.
Close that damn website. Stop it.
That's that.
Stop it.
MMA math?
That's that.
You're doing this shit on purpose. Stop it.
Like, remember, Artem Lobov is a goat. Artem Lobov beats somebody that beats somebody that beats somebody.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact.
Like, who did he beat? Who did he beat again? Oh yeah, he beat Brandon. No, what is that? Knight? Yeah, Brandon Knight. Artem Lobov beat Brandon Knight. Brandon Knight beat Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker beat Joe Duffy, and Joe Duffy beat Conor McGregor. I don't even know how I know that. That shit was just off the top.
That's what you sound like, Jem. Just so you know, that's what you sound like.
But I mean, hey, Jeremy Stevens, I'm not sure how good he is on the ground. I don't know. Maybe matchup wise, it works out for Alex Caceres submission or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Put it together.
All right. Any more things to
Um,
discuss or?
Who's the next one? I think it's Uriah Hall's fighting next, right? And Strickland,
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yep.
That should be a good fight, man.
Wait,
Sean Strickland, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He's been looking good lately too, man.
Yeah, he's been looking good, but I think Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall.
We ain't talking about Ryan. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I think Uriah Hall is a little too unorthodox for Sean Strickland, and I feel like his lateral movement is gonna help him, even though like what's his name doesn't fight to his potential. Uriah Hall doesn't fight to his potential. He's one of those fighters who's just naturally dangerous enough to take out a guy like Sean Strickland.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that Uriah Hall is right now an underdog right now in this fight. Let's take a quick browse at UFC 265, which is coming up in 2 weeks, I believe, right?
Oh shit, who's headlining that card?
Bam.
Oh, Cyril Gane. Okay. Oh man.
The
Oh
strangest
wow.
fight in
Okay.
UFC history.
Yo, I'm gonna
An
keep it real with
interim
you.
title bout for a belt that just got won a few months ago.
Oh shit. Yeah, I want to do a quick like prediction, like basically by like on the main card.
Main card, yeah. Oh yeah, he's fighting too. And Fiziev is fighting too in that card.
Yeah,
Oh man.
And Angela Hill versus Cita Torres, great fight too.
Yeah,
Ed Hearn and Menfield is a good fight.
RIP
Yes.
to Angela Hill and what's his name? Bobby Green.
Yeah, Fiziev should body his shit pretty easily.
RIP like to the max.
All right, so quick predictions. I'll start real quick. Derek Lewis, Cyril Gane. I have Cyril Gane winning by a decision. I think that he's going to stay on the outside, stay out of danger, not get too reckless, and it's going to be a great fight. Maybe a little boring, but very tactical defeat of Derek Lewis. Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena. I have Amanda Nunes winning the fight, but I am betting $5 on Juliana in case she pulls off the upset with her wrestling somehow.
That's a lot of confidence.
Jem is pissing me off today.
Jose
Continue.
Aldo versus Pedro.
Jose
Aldo. I think Jose Aldo still has enough to win this fight, in my opinion. I think that he will beat him in a decision. Chiesa versus Luque. Chiesa is is actually better than we might think he is.
I always thought he was better than what y'all think he is.
If you look at his record, it's actually pretty solid. So Chiesa versus Luque, believe it or not, I actually have Chiesa pulling off the upset. Somehow, some way, was wrestling or submission, somehow. And Sonya Dong versus Casey Kinney, I have Sonya Dong winning this fight by knockout.
All right, I got Derek Lewis versus Gane. I got Derek Lewis only because that boring decision is not going to fly with a guy like Derek Lewis. Like Derek Lewis has literally had one boring fight or one like just like tactical type of fight where it's just like it goes to decision. So I think Derek Lewis, what's his name, is going to be in danger like the whole fight. And it's a 5-round fight?
Yep.
Yes.
It's a title fight.
It's a title fight. I think Cyril Gane is just going to be, this is going to be the first time he's going to be in like that much danger for like a whole fight. So I think Derek Lewis is eventually gonna clip him. I think Amanda Nunes is gonna run through Juliana Pena. I don't think it's even. I mean, okay. I think what's her name? I think Juliana Pena might be able to grind Amanda for a little bit, and then she's just gonna get murdered like shortly after. I think Pedro Munoz gets stronger as the fight goes. So, and I think Jose Aldo lately, especially, gets weaker as the fight goes. So I think Pedro Munoz is probably going to get that by TKO in the, I'll say, third round. Michael Chiesa, I'll say Luque is going to break his face by the second round. And then Song Yadong versus Casey Kenny. I'll say, yeah, I think Song Yadong is gonna knock him like into orbit. To be honest, probably in like the third round.
Solid. I think Cyril Gane is gonna finish Derek Lewis. I think he's gonna submit him, actually. In my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what type of submission, but I think he's gonna win submission. Probably somewhere in the middle of the fight, somewhere third roundish, maybe. I think Juliana Pena wins by in her fucking dreams. I think she retires after this fight. I don't even want to talk about that stupid ass matchup. Shout out to Sean Shelby. Jose Aldo, Pedro Munoz. I think Jose Aldo's going to come out with the leg kicks, soften him up, and I think Jose Aldo finish him with ground and pound. I think Chiesa is going to surprise a lot of people, and I think he's going to rear naked choke Luque.
Very interesting.
I think Luque is going to come out super, super aggressive, and Chiesa's really good at, withstanding a storm. He's really, really good at that. And he's going to get him to the ground eventually, and he's going to work his way to his back, and I think he's going to really make a choke. Yadang is going to blast through Casey Kenny. Done deal.
So do you guys not feel like Luque is a patient, tactical fighter?
No. Listen, he is, but I feel like Michael Chiesa, the way he presses forward and puts pressure on you, I feel like if he gets started quickly, he won't give Luque that time to get started, and he'll just kind of grind him out and get him on the ground early. You know what I mean? So like I feel like the pacing might work in the favor of Chiesa if he just like starts to pressure him early on and not give him any room to really get started.
Do you think he has better jiu-jitsu than Luque?
I think so, but
I would say they're on par.
But we'll see.
The only reason why I say it's not any disrespect to Luque striking. I think Luque is a phenomenal striker. I've always had a feeling about Chiesa, and I think he's going to just surprise a lot of people. I think if Wonder Boy could beat this guy, absolutely Chiesa could beat this guy.
I'm gonna say this Chiesa's record real quick again. Pretty solid. He beat RDA, Carlos Condit, Nino Magny, Dariush, Jim Miller.
He beat Dariush?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like Quinta.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the most impressive. To me, that's the most impressive win in there. The Dariush.
Yeah. Chiesa's a real dude, man.
And then second most solid win to me is RDA.
Yeah.
I'd say Dariush and RDA.
I think Chiesa's gonna really get choked. I got a feeling.
Yeah, same here.
All right.
So Rose, wait, real quick. When John Jones and Ngannou fight, you're gonna keep that same energy, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Make sure.
Absolutely. That's one thing.
Because I was nice to you today. That podcast is gonna be real different.
Honestly, I was disappointed. Like I wanted you to go hard because that's what makes this fun. Like high stakes, high stakes shit talk. You understand what I'm saying?
But now, but I will say though, honestly, didn't see you or him going hard on this one, depending on it, because like the fight was so competitive, like it's hard to really say you know what I mean? Like he just you know what I mean?
Not only was it such a good back and forth fight, but I think it's because we both have so much respect for both fighters. That's what it is. Like he obviously he rides for Corey, but he knows TJ's that dude too.
Yep.
He knows that. Just like I know Corey's that dude. But TJ is the guy, man. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt TJ was going to find a way to win, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy. That's why I gave him a fourth round TKO. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. So nothing's going to ever be easy with Corey Sandhagen, ever, win or lose. So, but I do believe that he doesn't like John Jones. I think and this is what's going to make it so much better. Oh, I can't wait. I might buy merchandise for that. I might buy John Jones memorabilia and put it all around me for the fucking podcast. I'm going to be so obnoxious.
Remember, the difference with this also is that he's stepping in there with a freaking gorilla. You know, so like it's gonna look, it's kind of gonna feel like when Habib is fighting, like you're just like, oh man, please don't let him get close. Please don't let him get close. Like please keep him on out. You understand what I'm saying? Like your heart is gonna be pounding like when that fight is going on.
I love it.
I'm gonna be chilling. Huh?
I love it. I want you to do this. This is what I want. And Jem, me and you are gonna link up. We're gonna make a compilation of all the shit he talked. All of it.
Now keep in mind, if they fight, John Jones might not be even in the UFC.
No,
but,
shut up,
you
Jam.
know,
Shut, you pissed me off enough.
They fight.
Don't start your shit.
I
They're
say that
going
all
to
the
fight.
time.
Trust me. They're gonna fight. I
Hope
think
so.
I think they're low key waiting for that Africa market to open up, and they want to do it out there. Imagine that in Africa, bro. It's gonna be
that'd
crazy.
Yeah.
No, but you gotta also keep in mind that John Jones is talking about wanting to be a titan, like Ngannou. Like he could find himself in a situation where he goes in there like a sumo wrestler because he's like a blown up, what do you call it, heavyweight, and that slows him down and that takes from him instead of adding to him. I feel like the weight that he's at right now at like 240, I think is fine. But if he's trying to get even bigger than that, like you've never even fought at the highest stakes at that, weight. Why would you what are you gonna do? Get to like 260?
That's goat shit, bro.
Yeah,
That's goat shit.
maybe, or it might compromise his performance. Who knows? But we'll see. If it happens, we'll see.
We will. Oh, we will. I can't wait for that.
Like look at a lean Stipe versus DC. Like he beat him both times. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you. I'll come back to the main topic. Let's say the unthinkable happens and Jan beats Sterling. How do you see TJ against Jan? How do you see that match?
Oh, I think TJ is like a kryptonite for a guy like Jan. This is why I say this, because you saw a preview of it with how Aljamain came out against Jan, and I think no one mixes it up better than TJ Dillashaw in that division. So like mixing it up, it's more like MMA, like overall MMA.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody mixes it up better than TJ. So I think TJ is gonna fucking unleash a hellstorm on Peter Yan, and I think he has the power to knock out Yan as well.
I agree. I think he's gonna not TKO. I think he's gonna knock his ass out.
Yeah,
and he's gonna put that belt around his waist, and he's gonna talk his shit, and I can't wait for it. I'm Team Dillashaw all day. Say your little EPO jokes, Jem. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck, boy. We on the winning team on this side.
Nah, listen, at the end of the day, he did his time, but because of the EPO thing, I don't think it's fair that he gets the title shot immediately. I think Rob Font should get it, to be honest, and then Dillashaw gets it. Or
they should fight.
Or they should fight, right. They should fight.
I would have agreed with you if
they should
samples
fight.
would have came out positive. I would have agreed with you.
Here's the thing, they shouldn't fight really, because what do you call it? Dillashaw is probably not going to fight these guys for a minute because there's still not a date for Aljamain versus what's his name? They
said it. I think it's gonna be October 30th.
Yep.
October I think 30th. it broke. Yeah, I think it broke earlier today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
so depending on how that fight goes, well, I think Peter Yan should take minimal damage in that fight, and fight what's his name? He'll probably fight Dillashaw.
Yeah. Now let's be honest here. We know that Corey Sandhagen Dillashaw 2 is coming up. It's like inevitable. Dillashaw 2 versus Sandhagen is going to happen.
With Dillashaw as champion?
Yeah, because if Dillashaw fights Peter Yan, I believe Dillashaw's going to beat him and finish him.
Damn, who do you think will be next? Oh, Rob Font will be next.
Real quick, to go back to what I was going to say is that if his past samples would have came up positive, I would have agreed with you. But, and not defending it. He shouldn't have fucking done it. I get the machismo shit. You don't want to back out of a fight. I get it, whatever. But he used that specifically because he was. Did you see the film of him? Like days before he had to weigh in? Honestly, looked like The Walking Dead, bro. Like legit. I never seen even Conor at featherweight, which I thought was unhealthy like a motherfucker. He made that dude look fat. It was scary, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was why it was funny seeing Cejudo like towering over him, landing in those shots. Those shots. He thought Dillashaw's trail legs. It's like
the idea. I don't know. The idea that someone had to take EPO to stay alive, like, it's kind of funny to me. Like he needed EPO, like
not
someone,
stay alive,
like someone in a desert needs water. Huh?
To make the weight, not to stay alive. To
No,
make the
no,
weight.
no. The way he looked, like certain film I've seen of him, like during that time, I feel like he needed it to stay alive. Like that's what it looked like. I'm not saying that's what it was.
No, to stay
But
alive, he just needed to eat something. To
Yeah.
make
Okay.
the weight, he needed to eat beer.
Okay.
Not well. Let's not say needed. He did not need it. He just shouldn't have tried to go down to 125. Period. I thought it was a bad idea from the start, but he was so confident. I rode with him. It was what it was.
That's if we believe him, because Cody Garbrandt is saying that he's been doing this for years, and he even told
Everybody
to Alpha
says
Male.
that. Everybody says that about everybody.
But is it a coincidence that listen? I don't. Who knows? I don't know. maybe not. Who knows? But
And Cody Garbrandt hates this dude.
yeah,
Of course he's gonna say some shit like that. Come on, huh?
yeah. But
And I bet you money if that was the case, Cody Garbrandt was fucking around with it too, and his bitch ass.
yeah.
By the way, what
Yeah.
do they have a fight for Cody Garbrandt in flyweight? Like, do they have a fight in mind, or is he gonna go straight for the title?
I don't know. I know Brandon Moreno would say he would love to fight him if he's coming down, but that's all I know about that.
That's an exciting matchup.
It is.
That's a very interesting matchup. I think
And a
Moreno,
deserved matchup for Moreno.
Yeah,
Well deserved.
I would say, believe it or not, I would actually give Moreno the advantage because
I do believe it.
For one, the mindset, and two, how dynamic he is now as a fighter. Now he has that crazy lateral movement. Now he mixes it up like one of the best. Like honestly, he mixes it up probably the best in the flyweight division right now. Like in terms of like overall MMA. Remember that fight with him and my other guy,
Royval?
Yeah, Royval. Yeah. Both of those guys mix it up extremely well. Both of those two guys. So I would have to say Moreno would have the advantage in that one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm having a blunt one, but did Cody ever actually make it to a professional flyweight fight?
No.
No, not yet, right?
No.
So he hasn't had to make that weight yet. That's interesting.
Yeah,
We don't know
he's
how easily he's gonna make that weight anyway.
But he's actually a pretty small bantamweight. Like he was like,
yeah, but he's also got very low body fat.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean, he walked around in like 140s.
I don't know.
Now
I hope he can make it easier. I hope he don't look like TJ. Jesus Christ.
But back to the Sandhagen Dillashaw situation. Both of these guys are in the Shark Tank division, so this is why it's exciting too, because we might be at a point where the belt changes hands kind of rapidly. We don't even know that yet, because a lot of fighters are so good. Even and sometimes it's about who's better on that given night. So there's a chance that we might see Sean O'Malley with the belt by the end of the year. We don't know that. You know what I mean?
That's how crazy the flip is.
Yeah.
All you got to do is stay active in that division, and you're gonna get a quick title shot around if you're that good.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Even if Jan loses to Dillashaw, anybody against Jan is a fantastic fight. You know, like that. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose that fight. Even the loser makes a great matchup for somebody else. That's how stacked that shit is. You're excited for the losers to fight their next fight. You know.
I think the dark horses in the bantamweight division right now are Chito Vera and Sean O'Malley.
Chito's a scary dude, man.
Both of those dudes are dark horses in different ways. Like you got Sean O'Malley, like I think he's the fastest dude in the division and the longest. And in terms of like striking, I think he has like the most tools. Like he can literally throw anything and has great defense, great movement. Doesn't get hit much. You know what I'm saying?
Timing.
You know what I mean? But then you have like a guy like Chito Vera, like who you can be like the worst matchup for Chito Vera, and he's still gonna be here at the end of the day. You know, so
yeah.
Those are the two dark horses for me. It's so funny that they met.
I'm sorry, somebody's smoking that good shit. I think I'm getting contact. You know, what's going on?
And hey, MMA is so unpredictable. Freaking Aljo might defend the belt. Aljo might defend his belt and submit Jan. Who knows? MMA is so unpredictable. We don't know how these are gonna go. so, like, yeah. That's
true. Sterling could beat Jan. Sterling defeats Dillashaw, and we're like, what the hell is going on?
No, that's not possible.
And Matt Serra's gonna spit on TJ for cheating.
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, Aljo beating Jan it's possible. You know what I'm saying? But him beating Dillashaw to me is not even possible. Like that's how I see that.
I agree
Because
wholeheartedly.
yeah, because Dillashaw to me, Dillashaw is like one of the best like overall MMA fighters in the UFC. Period. Like any division.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, let's see who he has beat. Dillashaw. I mean, Dillashaw. The Funk Master. Okay, he's only lost 3 times. So let's that be clear too. Let's see who he's beat. Okay, Jimmy Rivera.
Two of his losses were splits.
Yeah, aside from being kneed by Marlon. Listen, yeah, we don't know. We really don't know. Look at how look at this record. We we don't know, to be honest. Oh, and there is a date for the fight. Yep, October 30th. Yes, here
Mhm.
we go.
oh shit, I'm all over that shit.
I'm all over that shit.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it. See you guys next week. We'll see what happens with this Lewis Gone fight.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Killer Shaw.
Welcome back.
Winning team here, always, baby.
I mean, I can't hate, can't hate. Great performance, but anyway.
Hey, enjoy this moment while you can, because
I enjoy all the moments, baby.
because
I'm gonna enjoy all of them.
because
Trust
this is the last moment you're gonna have
me. All right.
like this. This is
Yeah.
your last moment of clarity.
Yeah, with your voice shaking. I hear you. It's all good. Got you.
All right, guys. Peace out. Thanks for viewing. Subscribe, share, like. You know the deal. Beauty and violence.
Peace
Absolutely. Killer Shaw, baby.
out. Chill.